want to eulogize him. We want to now give him, all the love and support and prayers.
He made me feel better just watching the press conference. I mean, because he's approaching this the same ways he's approached everything else. He's, like he said, I'm still here, I feel good, and he's very positive in his approach to it, and I'm sure he's going to do everything he said about being a spokesman for this and making people aware. So
we'll have more reaction and a look at Magic.
Rolled by surprise, but it caught many people off guard. You'd expect a loyal fan to rave about Johnson, but tonight many praise his openness and honesty about contracting the HIV virus.
This is not like my life is over, because it's not. I'm going to live on.
As Magic Johnson told the world he now has the AIDS virus,
I'm going to beat it, and I'm going to have fun.
The normally noisy crowd at Champion Sports Bar in downtown Portland fell silent. After a while, they began to talk.
I'm just devastated. I can't believe it. I thought it was a joke. I mean, something so unreal happened.
I was really surprised. I was impressed.
Well, it's pretty shocking, pretty sad, too. A great guy like Magic Johnson.
They described the Laker captain as a superior athlete, a premier basketball player, a likable person.
I don't think anybody did not look up to him. I think everybody looked up to him as the supreme basketball player, as an individual also.
So they were taken aback after learning their idol now has the virus that causes AIDS.
I think I'm like anybody else. I don't think it's going to happen to anybody. And I think my pulse sped up thinking, my God, when does your past come up and haunt you?
Seeing somebody like Magic have it, then it hits you, and you can think, anybody can get it. It's not just drug addicts or homosexuals. It's anybody.
Announcing you have the AIDS virus is not always met with such acceptance. But his fans praised him for what they described as his integrity and his courage to speak out about AIDS.
I'm pretty aware already, but for many people, I think Magic Johnson would be the perfect person. People listen to Magic Johnson anyways.
Sad enough as it is, but maybe because it's so in the public and he's loved by so many people, will wake people up to this terrible disease.
The fans at Champions told me Johnson's announcement has them rethinking their own behavior when it comes to AIDS and its prevention. They say he'll make a great role model as a spokesperson for AIDS education. Pete, Tracy.
Okay, thanks very much, Carmen. As you might expect, today's news about Magic Johnson prompted a flurry of phone calls to local AIDS hotlines.
Oregon AIDS hotline.
At the Oregon AIDS hotline in downtown Portland, the number of calls today went up by several 100%. Many people wanted to know where they could go for HIV testing. Others wanted to know about safer sex practices and how to avoid exposure to the AIDS virus. If you have any questions about AIDS or the HIV virus, here are some numbers you can call. The Oregon AIDS hotline at 1-800-777-AIDS. It is staffed from 10 to 9 Monday through Friday and noon to 6 on the weekends. And following our newscast tonight, NBC will have a special report on today's developments involving Magic Johnson. A Portland health clinic that serves the poorest of the poor got a reprieve today. The North Portland Community Health Clinic is in a severe financial bind. Today, the clinic's board eliminated one position and reduced the salary of its director, Mariah Taylor, who often doesn't take her full salary anyway.
These are very, very difficult times. These are trying times, but we're going to make it. I believe we have enough community support. We have people who are willing to serve in board positions, and together we're going to pull it together and go forward from here.
Following last week's burglary here at the clinic, some 9,000 donations, $9,000 in donations have come in, but a lot more than that is needed to keep this clinic afloat.
The Salem-Keizer School Board has fired a teacher accused of sexual abuse. The school board decided last night to dismiss the teacher, who has been suspended since June. In July, 25-year-old Vijay Singh was charged with 4 counts of sexual abuse and 2 counts of furnishing alcohol to a minor. For the past 3 years, Singh taught classes at Leslie Middle School and South Salem High School. The case is expected to go to court next summer.
Some artistic help tonight to bail Portland Mayor Bud Clark out of his campaign debt. We'll have that just ahead.
It's the latest fitness fad, aerobics with a different beat. We'll have that story in tonight's Trends coming up after weather. But first, our special series on girls and gangs and how the lifestyle now moves to a whole new generation.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it.
This edition of Newshit is closed caption for the hearing impaired through a generous grant from Smith's Home Furnishings, because nobody cares like Smith's.
On the next Live, the beautiful Michelle Lee.
And we'll meet Playboy's Miss December, who happens to be 45 years old.
But doesn't look it on Live.
Tomorrow morning at 9.
Why wait to buy high-tech gifts when you can get the best selection and unbeatable prices during the holiday preview sale at Fred Meyer? An ultra-compact Panasonic camcorder is just $899. A Panasonic fax machine, $469. A cordless phone, only $89.97. Lay away now with confidence, because if you see a lower price anytime during the holiday season, we'll pay you the difference. Get more details during the holiday preview sale at Fred Meyer.
No doubt about it, it's a buyer's market at your neighborhood Chrysler Plymouth dealers. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you need. Just tell us what it takes. We'll make it work. Now get $500 cash back on Plymouth Voyager. That means a great low price and lots of features during Clearance 91. Plus, get $1,000 back on Plymouth Sundance or $1,100 back on Sundance America for first-time new car buyers. We know what it takes to deal, so give us your bottom line. We'll make it work. It's a buyer's market during Clearance 91.
Ah, this is it, Newton. Montgomery Ward's truckload sale.
They're really on a roll this time. Get a $50 bond on washers, a $50 bond on dryers, or a $100 bond when you buy both. Plus, save $50 on this best-selling Maytag dishwasher and get the money-back year 2000 refrigerator guarantee.
Just think of it all, Newton. More washers, more dryers, more Maytags.
And more free time than ever. Don't miss Montgomery Ward's truckload sale on Maytag.
In 10 years from now, Portland will be dealing with yet another generation of gang members, and many of these young gangsters will not have chosen the lifestyle for themselves.
Some girl gang members and the girlfriends of boy gangsters are passing on the lifestyle to their children. Andrea Austin has more in this special report on girls and gangs.
I'm wiping off the baby bumblebee. Want my mommy be so proud of me.
At age 20, Kenya Turner has 4 children and a 5th baby on the way.
Say, whoop, it's not all over me.
Motherhood forced Kenya to desert the Crips gang, but not before she lost a lot of her friends.
She loved to cuddle with me. Some of them are in the penitentiary, and then others are dead. She's so sweet. I'm glad I'm not there now. I'll probably be dead.
Death is as much a part of gang life as drugs, drinking, and drive-by shootings. And that doesn't drive away teenage girls, even those with young babies.
My brother got killed. My other brother got shot. It's just all kinds of stuff.
And why'd you do it?
I don't know. I thought it was cute. Give me some boyfriends, you know, kick it.
If I had a gun, I probably would have killed somebody.
Shelley is also a young mother. Her baby Dominique watches the world through a bullet-riddled window. At only 13 months, he's already been caught in the crossfire of a gang shooting. His teenage parents had to shield Dominique behind a trash can to protect him.
Yeah, I heard some shots, but I don't know who did it. We just sat there. You know what was going on.
Ready to swing, Dominique? Huh? Ready to swing?
Shelley's mother, Ernestine, is baffled that her daughter was ever in a gang.
I had to talk to her to say,
like most parents, she didn't want to believe it.
He's going to sleep. You know, you're supposed to be teenagers, fun and partying and not fighting and trying to kill each other.
And I wanted that image to look and be bad, you know, be looked at as a bad person. So I was willing to do anything just to get the attention.
You want to slide down?
One day, that attention came in the form of a busted lip and a bruised face.
She had punched somebody, and they punched her, and she punched them. And, you know, and I couldn't believe it. You stand there and let somebody punch you in the face, and you punch them back and see who's going to cry first. I just couldn't believe it. That Shelley.
On the streets of Portland, that kind of violence often attracts girls to the toughest boys in gangs. And those are the boys most likely to get girls pregnant.
If we have a young man who's committed a particularly notorious case and it's highly publicized, suddenly we have 6 girls claiming to be pregnant with his baby and 12 claiming to be his girlfriend. It's morbid, but that also happens when one of them dies.
just a dysfunctional dog.
Now, as a generation of gang girls become gang mothers, the future of the next generation is at stake.
Does she have a lazy eye?
Many young parents like Kenya are trying to scrape together a better life for their children, one they never had the chance to live.
I just want them to be little angels and go to college and get good things, huh? Say, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Put a big smile on your face, huh?
Well, not all stories on gangs end in despair. Tomorrow, Andrea concludes her series with a look at a gang member who found there is a way out.
Coming up next, Joe joins us with the forecast.
And Portland Mayor Bud Clark gets some help with his campaign debt. Plus, Portland Opera has something to sing about.
Some furniture stores use the word free a lot. Free delivery? Who's paying for that driver, truck, and gasoline? Free credit? The finance company is charging somebody interest. You don't suppose those charges are hidden in the price you pay? I wonder. Well, Levitt's is having a moment of truth sale. Nothing's free. But we do offer the biggest selection, lowest prices, and quality service. Come to Levitt's Moment of Truth sale and see for yourself.
At Thriftway, our 41st annual Fall Canned Fruit Sale is still going on, so you can stock up on hundreds of handy items and save a bundle. And this week, Thriftway lets you write your own coupon. Be sure and look for our insert in your newspaper. You fill in the 4 coupons with the items of your choice and save from 25 to 50 cents on each item. Details in your Thriftway ad.
At Thriftway, you always get our best.
We price our cars very low with very low profit margins. And quite frankly, we make it up in volume. We don't feel it's necessary to charge a customer full retail for a car. We'd rather give them a discount. We'd rather give them a very, very competitive price, make them happy, and make them want to come back and buy another car. So that's why I say, if you don't come see me today, I can't save you any money.
Now you can have beautiful custom aluminum mini blinds for any room in your house at prices you can't get anywhere else during Pay and Pack's big custom mini blind sale. For as little as $4 and only $23 for a full-size 40 by 60 window, you can choose from 40 colors. Just bring in the measurements and we'll have your new blinds to you by Thanksgiving. Guaranteed. Custom aluminum mini blinds at the lowest prices of the year. Sale ends Sunday at Pay and Pack.
It helped make Bud Clark a household name, and now it may help him get out of debt. The now famous Expose Yourself to Art poster has been reissued. Tonight you could get a poster or a t-shirt autographed by the mayor himself for 35 bucks. The autograph party took place at Heinemann Graphics. The gallery said it was an effort to thank the mayor and help him reduce his campaign debt left over from 1988. I think it was a pretty good turnout.
Sure, not bad. Better than the last one. Yeah.
Yes. Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Hey.
Nice dry weather.
Yeah, well, it's not going to last much longer. Some more rain on the way. It should be arriving in your atmosphere about, well, tomorrow morning. So be careful driving to work. Here's a look at the satellite loop. We can show you where the moisture is coming from. Pretty nice day throughout the state of Oregon, and especially here in western Oregon after most of the low clouds burned off. Clear skies, mild temperatures, but you can see as the loop moves, frontal band, along with some moisture being fed in from the south, is headed our way, so that means some rainfall. It looks like it'll start falling by tomorrow morning, and this will slide inland, and we will slowly clear as the weekend starts to begin. Probably late on Saturday will really start to dry out. Right now, cloudy skies, temperature reading of 51 degrees, the humidity 77%. We have a southeast wind at 14, and the barometer falling from 30.04 inches of mercury. The high 59, the low 49, a trace of rainfall since midnight last night, and the freezing level at 11,800 feet. Here's the upper air pattern. You can see the next trough heading on in. That's the energy for this surface system that's going to hit us tomorrow morning. We'll go zonal by Saturday. Still some moisture flowing in, but again, a slow drying out process. Highs around the area today, not too bad. 59 in Hillsboro, 58 here at KGW, 63 Down in Estacada, Oregon City, 66 degrees, and Camas, Washington at 61. Highs around the state today look like this. Cool still east side, LeGrand 49 degrees, Pendleton 44, 48 in Baker City. Meanwhile, John Day, though, had 63 degrees, rather, 60 in Eugene. Down in Medford, 71 degrees. Roseburg hits 72. The national picture shows a lot of things. Some record highs, especially in the eastern United States, well from about Iowa and Missouri east. 54 record lows overnight last night. Kansas City dropped down to 11 degrees, a record low. Clinton, Iowa, 7 degrees, a record low. And Flint, Michigan, 18 degrees, another record low, with snow now falling throughout most of the Northeast. Record highs in the west, though. Las Vegas, San Francisco, Reno, and Seattle all set or tied record highs today. Speaking of highs around the country today, 17, the high in International Falls, 70 in Albuquerque. Boise hit 53, Anchorage 38 degrees. Fairbanks had 20 degrees. There's a small craft advisory up for the entire coastline. Southeast winds at 15 to 25 knots. Now for tonight around the state, rain developing first along the coast. The clouds moving in already here in the western part of the state and spreading to the east, but basically a fair night to the south. The rain will slowly sweep out of the western valleys tomorrow afternoon, slowly stop, taper off to showers, and pretty much a showery day throughout the rest of the state for tomorrow. Lows overnight tonight, 39 in Bend, 36 for Pendleton. The state capital will see 50 degrees, and Coos Bay 55. Highs tomorrow in the 50s east side, Burns 56, Ontario 57 degrees, and Astoria should see 56. Here's the forecast now for the Portland-Vancouver metropolitan area for tonight. Cloudy with rain developing by morning. A southeast wind at 5 to 15 with higher gusts near the gorge. The low 46. Tomorrow, rain turning to showers. The high 57 degrees. Saturday, a chance of some rain, 55 degrees. Morning fog, afternoon clearing on Sunday, 60 degrees. A chance of rain on Monday, 55. And more rain on Tuesday with a high temperature reading of 52 degrees. So some pretty nice fall weather.
It was beautiful today.
Oh, it was great today. Yep. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you, Joe.
You bet.
Ready for a workout that will leave your spirits feeling as good as your muscles?
And get ready for something called funk aerobics. That's next in tonight's Trends.
Move it up. To the side. And back.
It's so easy.
At Sewing Center West, it's easy to save during their Veterans Day sale now through Monday. You'll find savings from 20 to 60% throughout the store on new machines, floor samples, demonstrators, and late model trades. Choose from Fab, Elna, New Home, Viking, White, Bernina, and more. All during the Veterans Day sale at Sewing Center West in the Beaverton Fred Meyer Shopping Center.
It's so easy at Sewing Center West.
Life is tough enough already without waking up to a disappointing breakfast. So start your weekday with Caro's new Best Value Power Breakfast. 8 great choices, only $2.59. 2 eggs the way you like them, bacon or sausage. Then choose from a selection of favorites. French toast, hash browns, biscuits and gravy. 8 choices, only $2.59. So why have this when you can wake up to great values at Caro's?
These birds teach kids a lesson they'll never forget. When the zoo's Birds of Prey show visits local schools, kids get a close-up look at these majestic creatures. What better way to learn about the important link between healthy animals and a clean environment? Portland General Electric and the Washington Park Zoo are proud to offer this program to local schools. Call the zoo to find out how you can bring this show to your school for a learning experience of a lifetime.
If you've turned on MTV lately, you know that when it comes to dance, the latest trend is funk. Now funk has moved out of the nightclubs and into the gym. What? You don't even know what funk is? We didn't either, until we stopped by Nautilus Plus in Beaverton and watched Rodney Mason and his aerobics class in action.
Put your arms down. Well, my name is Rodney. This is cardio funk. Not going to be hard, just going to be funky, okay? Inside, kick it. Four more. That's 4, 3, 2. Hold it to the right. Take it down. And turn.
Funk aerobics is basically all the fancy dance moves you see on MTV and in the clubs with the music you hear and see on television. And I incorporate it and just bring it into the aerobic room.
Clip, clip. Now step inside.
He's really wild. He's really good. I like him a lot. You know, it gets you really energetic and gets you going and real motivated.
It's the second time that I've done the funk aerobics, but it's a lot of fun.
A lot of times you look at the whole group as a whole and it looks like you're doing a music video or something.
Go, Cagney. Go, Cagney. Go, go, go.
The thing with cardio funk, you can take it a long way. Dance moves go on forever, from Fred Astaire to Paul Abdul. They just keep on going.
Pick them up. Move it to the right.
Funk is here to stay, definitely.
Okay, and the arms down. Give me a little hair.
We called around, and quite a few gyms are offering at least a couple of classes in funk aerobics, although the step aerobics, you just kind of step up and down a lot real fast, are still the most popular.
What about the funky health benefits of the funky aerobics?
What do you mean? You want health benefits?
Yeah, we want health benefits.
Well, Rodney calls his class cardio funk. He says it's a great workout for your heart, and he says those moves also do a lot of good for your lower body.
The lower body.
That's right.
All right, okay. Well, still to come on News 8 tonight. Our top story, of course, the announcement that Magic Johnson has tested positive for the AIDS virus.
Just ahead, Eric Johnson has a look at the magic that Irvin Johnson brought to the NBA.
Take the Olive Garden pasta tour of Italy this fall. An exciting journey through delicious new pasta dishes from all over Italy. But make your plans now. A tour this affordable won't last forever.
These women have been conned by a Romeo who wooed them to the altar.
I felt so loved.
Then he stole their money. But you can help them get revenge on a despicable bigamist on the next Sally. Tomorrow at 4.
Thanks for being such a friendly group of people. You are the best furniture store in town.
The service and quality are great.
I really appreciate your excellent service and sales staff.
They say people don't take the time to write anymore.
Rubenstein's has the best selection and value.
But the truth is, at Rubenstein's, we get lots of letters. And we never get tired of reading them. Rubenstein's 69th anniversary sale. Happening now.
Now you can have beautiful custom aluminum mini blinds for any room in your house at prices you can't get anywhere else during Pay and Pack's big custom mini blind sale. For as little as $4 and only $23 for a full-size 40 by 60 window, you can choose from 40 colors. Just bring in the measurements and we'll have your new blinds to you by Thanksgiving. Guaranteed. Custom aluminum mini blinds at the lowest prices of the year. Sale ends Sunday at Pay and Pack.
The doctor a cough, you have to keep up with the latest medicine for your family. Like new Robitussin cough drops from the people whose cough medicine is recommended by more doctors and pharmacists.
Try this, it's new.
Robitussin cough drops have an active ingredient that speeds relief right to your cough to soothe and medicate.
Excuse me, try this. It's new.
New Robitussin cough drops. Cough drops from the cough experts.
The white zone is for immediate.
We didn't design the new Mazda MX-3 to be like apple pie. Jalapenos were what we had in mind. Because if something's not worth having an opinion about it, it's not worth having. And with the only V6 in its class, the MX-3 is one hot chili pepper. Hey, you're not John Doe. Why drive his car? The new MX-3 from the new Mazda.
It just feels right.
Brought to you by the new Mazda. Mazda. It just feels right.
Eric Magic Johnson, one of those few athletes that transcend team loyalties, even Blazer fans, and he did so well against the Blazers, they still love him.
You like him so much that you kind of hate him because he's so good, but he's so great that everybody respects this man. Magic Johnson is one of those guys that you just expect to play forever, to continue amazing us year after year. Deep down, we all know that guys like Magic have to finish playing kids' games sooner or later, but how could any of us have imagined his brilliant career would end like this.
You know, sometimes you're a little naive about it, and you think it could never happen to you. You only thought it could happen to, you know, other people and so on and on. And it has happened, but I'm going to deal with it, and my life will go on.
Magic has made a lot of friends worldwide on and off the basketball court. Virtually all of them were numbed by today's news.
The tears have rolled and all that, and the sympathy that we poured out to each other, that's going to always be there. And I'm just looking now for him to be on the sideline with me. You know, we can do what we can from the sideline to help the Laker franchise keep rolling.
It just goes to show you that God don't make any distinction who you are or what you do for a living. And it goes to show you also that athletes are not higher than people think they are.
Now, Magic Johnson is the all-time NBA assist leader. He scored over 17,000 points. He's won every award imaginable. But when we remember Magic Johnson, the basketball player, those aren't necessarily the things we will look at.
The NBA will never be the same without the most magical smile of them all. When Earvin Johnson grinned, the whole league lit up. If ever there was a man who truly embodied his nickname, it was this one. Everything about him was and still is magical. Impossible passes that left all of us breathless. Acrobatic shots that nobody else would attempt, let alone make. Clutch baskets at crunch time when everyone in the building knew exactly who would get the ball. There has always been just one explanation for this man: pure magic.
Rebound Johnson. He just throws it to the other end. Now, do you talk about the brilliance of magic?
Fans in Portland knew he was something special back in the late 70s when he played here in the Far West Classic. Fans the world over came to love him not just as a basketball player, not just as a gifted athlete, but as a bright, happy, all-American hero in the purest sense of the word. Here was a man that proved nice guys don't have to finish last, that smiles are bigger than snarls, that spirit and heart and competitive fire do get rewarded. Along with Larry Bird, Magic shook the NBA right down to its very foundation 12 years ago. He remolded the league in his own image, changing it forever the way very few athletes have ever changed any sport. 5 NBA titles and 3 MVP awards later, the smile was still dazzling, the fire was still burning bright, and the reputation still magical. And even today, during his darkest hour, in the midst of his toughest performance ever, he was still teaching us, still upbeat, still smiling.
This is another challenge, another chapter in my life that it's like being, your back is against the wall. And I think that you just have to come out swinging, and I'm swinging.
I was really sad. You know, I first heard about it, and I just can't imagine what Magic Johnson has gone through in the last 24, 48 hours, however long he found out, and just made a lot of things seem pretty unimportant, like 3-game losing streaks.
Well, the games did go on again tonight. There were 5 of them in the NBA schedule, including the Sonics